I know this is a bold statement, but after living and working on the west side of Hawaii Island, I really feel like Holualoa is the best place to live. It's not just hype. It's not just the cooler temperatures, the community, and the proximity to Kona. There's a lot more to it. Let me show you why. One of the obvious first things is the view. This view behind us, lots of places, you have an unobstructed full ocean view, you can see panoramics, and it's hard to get this kind of full perspective anywhere else. So that's one of the primary reasons, or one of the first reasons, that I'll list why Holualoa is a great place to live. Let's talk about elevation. So Holualoa sits anywhere from maybe, let's say, 1,000 feet all the way up from there. And as a general rule here and on the Kona side of Hawaii, for every 100 feet you go up in elevation, the temperature drops about 1 degree. So living at about 1,200 feet, you see maybe about a 10-degree difference from being down in town. So if it's about 85, 90 degrees down in Kona, you're going to see 75, maybe up to 80 degrees up here in Holualoa. Now, it's not just that, but there's a lot of cloud cover that comes out throughout the day in Holualoa. So because of the way the weather patterns work, in the morning it may be clear, but towards the afternoon the clouds start, and it's that cloud cover that also provides you protection from the sun. So you get all the benefits of being in Hawaii without the direct sunlight. That's a great reason why Holualoa is an awesome place to live. All right, let's talk about living on a side of a volcano and up at elevation in an agricultural area. So we call this Mauka, right? On the mountain side. That's the way I look at it. And you're looking at a greener area because there's more rain. You're looking at agricultural areas, so there's a lot more space. And you're getting the proximity to Kona, which is maybe 10 to 15 minutes, but you don't have the traffic and the congestion. That is another great reason why Holualoa is a great place to live. Okay, speaking of it being in an agricultural area, there's lots of space, lots of land. Typically, the parcels are a lot bigger than what would be in town or anywhere else. So bigger properties, more space in between properties, and that means more privacy. There's going to be more vegetation because there's more rain, more greenery, and it just has that feeling of the lush tropics of being in Hawaii. So that is another great thing about being up in Holualoa. Another thing, because of it being an agricultural area, you'll see a lot of animals, whether it be donkeys or horses, or even wild pigs, wild chickens, very frequent around here. And then also it's the Kona coffee belt. So you see lots of coffee farms in and around and opportunities to taste coffee. And that's really part of the feel of the Holualoa area. So Kona coffee is a big part of the area up here in Holualoa. So you'll notice a lot of farms, you'll notice tasting rooms, you'll notice opportunities to tour properties. And it's amazing because it's not just a tourist attraction, it's woven into the fabric, and you'll see regularly farming activities going on. Kona coffee is a big part of what happens up here in Holualoa. So let's talk about the community. The community up here is really close. So because the properties are so spread out, you don't necessarily have that neighborly outreach, but what you do have are community events where everybody comes together. Whether it's what they call First Fridays, where the first Friday of the month everybody gathers in town, or whether it's yearly events such as the Christmas parade. There's plenty of community events up here in Holualoa, and it really gives it a community feel. And that's really unique and fun, and it's great to be a part of. So Holualoa is not for everyone. And the reason I say that is because the reasons that make it so special are maybe not the reasons that some people would pick. For instance, being agricultural, right? There's a lot of greenery, there's a lot of growth. That means maintaining properties. So people up here really need to be wanting and willing to get out and do outdoor yard the yard work to maintain their properties. The other thing is it's not a great walking or biking area. So to get in between different areas, it's always on a road without pedestrian thoroughfares. So it's not a safe place for that kind of thing. So there's a lot of driving involved. It's also, it is cooler up here. So for those that like the heat, it doesn't get that hot up here in Holualoa. So that's definitely a factor. And then also maybe being 10 to 15 minutes from Kona is a deciding factor for those that want to be closer to town. So although it has a lot of things going for it, maybe those aren't for everybody. So if you're researching places to go see, places to live on the Kona side of Big Island, Holualoa definitely deserves your attention for all the reasons I listed. If you ever have any questions about Holualoa or anything else Big Island, real estate related, financing related, reach out. I would love to help. Aloha.